Hola, hola, hola. How's everyone doing out there? A little delayed. Morning time. Not too early though. Oh, we already got some people in here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I'm doing all right. How about yourself? I'm tired, if you can't tell. Tired Shelly. You get tired Shelly today, but Shelly nonetheless, because I keep rescheduling with you guys and I apologize, but it is what it is. Life happens, you got to roll with it. And to be honest with you, I've tried to not be too stressed out about it, so I hope you don't mind. Anyways, happy Saturday, Shabbat Shalom. I hope everyone had a good week. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. Oh my goodness, I can't believe 4th of July came and went. And I got a couple things I'm gonna chit chat with you guys about today, and then I gotta head on out with my day. I'll get into that more in a second, but first, we gotta get some music on. So let's see. What am I in the mood for? You know, if you've been following me on Twitter, you've been seeing I've been really on a year 2000 kind of kick, and I've been loving it. I wish I could play those music. I wish I could play them their musics here. I wish I can play those songs here so we can all talk about them and enjoy them together, but I just can't, it's not allowed. And I get it. And I've said this so many times. I wish there was a way that for creators, if you had to pay like some sort of membership to have access to use songs, even if it's just a little bit of the song, like maybe 30 seconds of a song, I feel that should be a thing. Like I would pay it, even if it was like $50 a month. I would do it just because, it helps. To me, in my opinion, music really brings people together. So if I were to bust off a song right now, that meant a lot to me. I'm sure there'll be people in the chat room or people watching the replay. They're like, oh my gosh, I remember that song. I love that song or whatever. So just throwing it out there, there should be a catalog. And you know what? If every music label does it, like fine, I would subscribe to multiple ones to have access to those catalogs. Just saying, we're over here in 2023. We should make that kind of thing happen. It should be already a thing. But anyways, all right. So you know what? It's morning. Let's just go with cocktail hour anyways, because it's nice, fun, bubbly music. Ooh, I wish I had a mimosa right now. Tomorrow. Good morning, my babies. How you doing this fine morning? I am your hostess with the mostest, Shelly from Cali. Come with me today as I take you on a journey you'll never forget. Sit back, relax, darling, and enjoy. There you go. Improv for the day. Little improv ski never hurt nobody. All right. No mimosa, but I got my seltzer water, lemon flavored. Thank you very much. Hey, everyone in the chat room. Thank you. I don't feel beautiful right now, but I appreciate it. Why don't I feel beautiful, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm on my period. It's a gnarly one. And I'm a little stressed today. Not too much, I've been trying to really not allow things out of my control, or maybe it was in my control, but you just got to roll with the outcome. I've been trying to let those types of things not totally stress me out. So, oh my. I forget that they're working on the house over here. That's just gonna happen. So sorry about that. You know, it's just the people I have over here acting up. So don't you act up, or will happen to you. I know a lot of people think that's how I am. They're like, real quick before I get into like my day and my thoughts, blah blah blah. It's so funny when I first started doing signings after I got the boot from WWE, because people saw Ariel, right? So they were familiar with Ariel. And I remember people being pretty disappointed that that's not how I was in real life. They're like, you're like a happy vampire. Duh. Why not? What's wrong with happy vampires? You know what? I don't appreciate people judging me. Ew, there's a big old spider right there. Nope, that's a mosquito. That's a mosquito. Hold on a second. I gotta get this thing out here because they love to bite me. All right. Okay, how am I gonna get this guy? With this song and everything, it'd be so funny if you could see me right now, because it's like me against the mosquito. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. So there's people that would get kind of disappointed because that's what they wanted, and most people didn't. They liked it. They were like, wow, I was really scared to come up to you, come up to your table, and like, you're so nice. So that was nice. But it's so funny because I used to offer on my secret society where they can get one-on-one video chats with me, right? So this one dude, I remember he had just signed up for the site. I had the one-on-one with him, and I was like, hi, blah, 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 you know, really engaging and just trying to give him a real positive experience. You know, I was so grateful he joined my secret society and wanted that one-on-one. And I just remember his face, like, I kid you not, it was like this. And I was like, is everything okay? And he was just like this. I don't think he was aware of, he was wearing his emotions on his person. And he's like, yeah. And he was just like really thrown off and flustered. I said, real quick, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah. I said, did you expect me to be like this? And he was like, yeah. I go, are you disappointed? And he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, there you go. Maybe that's why people get disappointed in my content sometimes, because they want me to just, they think of me as being a certain way. So if I don't live up to that, then they get disappointed apparently. So there you have it. Look on the bright side. What if you missed your period? Touche. Oh. So was it Raquel or Rachel? So I'm just seeing all of these messages here. So anyways, I'm just trying to like not stress out. It's Raquel. Wait, I know Raquel. I know Raquel. Right? I can only see the tiny picture. Don't I know you, Raquel? Anyways. Oh, I appreciate that, Jeremy. So I've been trying, let's back to track up, beep, beep. Yes, I'm so sorry. Thrown off. How are you doing? Again, I'm gonna get into why my morning's been crazy in a second, but I am very like, I do not compute this morning, so bear with me. So anyways, going back to the stress of not trying not to stress myself out. You know, especially when things are not in my control. Like if something happens and I was ready, I showed up. it was one of those things where I really get stressed out sometimes. And a lot of times it was me expecting too much out of myself. So I get in this whole thing in my head. But what's worse, and for me, I don't know if anybody out there can relate, is when I made the decision, I knew there might be an outcome, and then it F's everything up. Like, for example, this morning, I slept in, so it threw off my whole day of what I need to get done, right? And this has been a common theme in my days lately because I've been really learning that I need to value sleep more. Being a professional wrestler and living that life, you learn how the normal is not getting sleep and being able to function, and maybe getting sleep where you can. And that's just the way the lifestyle is. That's why it's part of it's a really hard lifestyle when you're doing it all the time, because man, you just get so tired, mind, body, and soul, right? So when not only you're doing that, but everybody else around you is, it seems so normal. So when you become a normie and break away from the professional wrestling world, it's really hard to adapt to a lot of different things that seem so normal, but they're really not. From the outside, in the real world, it's really not. But you get so used to it because that's part of the lifestyle. You are traveling, you're being around other people that are also living that lifestyle as well. So it's like, it just seems all normal. So I've been really trying to reprogram myself to value sleep more, because there is a big difference from when I do get more sleep versus I'm like, you know what? Because this is what I would do. Let's say I need to get something done. It's really late at night, but I know I have to get up early the next day. A lot of times what I would do to push through to get said thing done would be, at least this isn't like when I was on the road, like I don't have to go on an airplane tomorrow, like I don't have to wrestle right now, like all that. It's just like, I just have to get 3 hours sleep, and that's just it. But then when I get that 3 hours sleep, the quality of my day is just not very good. So I've been choosing, instead of doing that, you know what? I'd rather just go to sleep and revisit having to do that the next day. Excuse me. So it's been really, really hard to not only do that, but not to feel guilty about it when I do it. It's really, really dumb, but that's just it. Because again, for so many years, for 17 years, I was a professional wrestler. So all that time, I just learned how to operate on very little sleep. So when I say I like messed myself up today, I'm really proud, because I don't have that anxiety that I would have maybe just like even a month ago, to be honest with you, of I gotta get it done. Because I was like, I need to do my live stream. I need to keep on top of it. But like, life just happens, so I can't feel guilty and hold that on me. And then it affects my mood, and then it affects people around me all day. So this is what you people don't realize. You watch me, you turn off whatever, but you don't understand, like, when I get stressed out about things, like, it stays with me. When you guys move on with your day, move on with your night, whatever, sometimes I'm still affected by these things, and then it affects people that I live with, and then it continues to affect me. It's like a whole effing thing. But it is what it is. That's what being a creator is. It's part of it, whatever. So I've been trying to really work with myself and just realize like what I can do to minimize the stress part. So when I had to reschedule this stream like multiple times, I felt bad because I really wanted to do it and I cared, but I was like, I just physically can't right now. Like, this A, B, and C is going on, and I can't deal with that right now. This is what I have, this real life. Not that this isn't real life, but this is like our escape here together, right? So like when I have to deal with real life adulting things that are time sensitive, I gotta do it, So this morning I was like, shoot, I even pushed it back an hour, and I came out here and I was ready to get my workout on. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to work out. It's 9:30. I got to set everything up. So instead of me going and making mistakes, I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'll just have to work out after. And, I'll give my time. Like, because right now with my workouts, what's been stressing me out is being able to do them before it's too hot. Because, much like my beautiful studio here, on the other side is where all my gym stuff is. So luckily, like, let's see, it's 10:17 right now. So luckily it's still like I don't have to have any fans on or anything like that. It's okay right now. But this is just the beginning of summer, right? So there's been times that like life has happened and presented itself to where I can't work out until like close to noon. And it gets real hot in here. Real hot. And so I've been exhausting myself pretty much all week, and it's not been good. And then my period crept up on me yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh. So like, no wonder why this has been hitting me extra hard. So I came up with a solution a few days ago. My solution was, for 3 years now, I've been wanting to get an air conditioning unit in here. And so I finally found one, and Metal Jesus told me it matched up with everything I needed as far as like wattage and all that, because I don't know about that stuff. And it came yesterday. We're going to put that bitch in today. And it's going to be freaking awesome, because not only will I be able to continue to do my streams in here, which is what I wanted, but my workouts, if I can't get to it at the time I need to, I at least know. Like, I'm realistic. I know it's not going to feel like when the air conditioner's on in the house in here, but it's going to make it bearable, to be able to, if I can't get to my workout till 2 and it's 90 degrees outside, I can do that workout in here without exhausting myself, because it's just not healthy. And I've been known to do this. Being a SoCal girl, I've been known to do this. And people come home and find me thrown, and it's not good. It's not good. But the thing is like, I feel like if I would have been the version of myself, I'm trying to think of the right way to put it. If I would have been the version of myself that I was before I started working on these things, I feel my energy going into hanging out with you guys right now would have been completely different. And that's just not what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, it's going to happen, but why not prevent it from happening? And that's what the moral of my story here is, in telling you guys that. So, guys out there working on your mental health, it's hard, especially if you're healing from trauma. It's like super duper hard. Feels like defeating, deflating, but I'm here to tell you, like, I'm going through it. Maybe I don't share with you guys all the details, but I'm sharing with you guys that I'm going through it, and it's been crazy, and there's been multiple times. First of all, cheers to everyone out there. There's been multiple times where I just want to give up, feeling hopeless, and just being like, I'm just going to shut all my sites down. I'm not going to be on social media. I'm just like, I'm done. And it's been rough. Real rough. These last, honestly, since I went to the hospital, which was in November, it's been real rough. But there's a lot of good too. I'm not saying it's just been like this whole dark, terrible time. The things out of my control, like me end up in the hospital and having to have an emergency surgery, and then having to heal. I'm still healing right now. I'm still not 100%. And everything that comes from it from that point to like right now, all the stuff that's out of my control with it, I had to really surrender, like, for real. Like, we could say, oh, I surrender myself to the situation, or, I trust in this or whatever, but like, I had to literally just be like, especially when it was the emergency surgery. When I had that emergency surgery, it was out of my hands. Like, I couldn't back out. That's what I had to do. And I was so scared. And I had kind of no choice. You know, my other choice was to suffer and die. So that was my other choice. So it's been crazy. And I've had to really face a lot of different things that I haven't been wanting to face, maybe, or maybe I have here and there, or I thought maybe I was over certain things and it just wasn't. You know, I've been dealing with some deaths that have been really effing with me lately. It's crazy and not freaking easy, but it's worth it because behind like all of that, or at least in my experience right now, I can only speak for myself. It's almost like there's this like hidden lessons, and I would have never seen them if I had not been going through like these really gnarly times, if that makes sense. They are, especially when it's people who like have a special meaning in your life, or were there at a pivotal moment. Anyways, how's everyone doing? So I just wanted to point out, I got this super cute bag here. Look at this. Look at how cute. My favorite part, it looks like Minnie. Tres patas. This little chihuahua only has 3 patas, which is feet in Spanish. And then, of course, you know, you gotta represent. Hold on. There we go. La mota. So what is this? This is from Black Flies. You should check them out, flies.com. They have men and women sunglasses, and they sent me this lovely pair. They have been out of this style for quite some time. It used to be one of my favorites. Danielle hasn't seen these yet, but she's going to see them and be like, oh, old school Shelly's back now, bitch. And that's just fact. Black Fly sunglasses. They have a pair for every guy and gal out there. Just go on over to flies.com, poke around, see what they got, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find a style that's fitting for you. Oh, I messed up. Take 2. Flies.com, where you can look fly in your shades all summer long. Make sure to use the code Shelly. What is my code? Shoot, what's my code? I just botching spots over here. No, but for reals, I've been working with Black Flies since I think I was like 19. I must have been 19 years old. This is terrible. I'm over here this is probably why I don't make the big bucks as an influencer. Hold on a second. So Black Flies was one of my first, no, it was my first like legit, like I got paid well catalog modeling gig. And I will always be so grateful for them for that. And being a part of the Fly fam. Let's see here. But I haven't put them over in quite some time, I see. I just always wear my other shades all the time. And I just forget, I guess. But you bet your boots I'm going to take some really cute pictures with those ones. I can't remember what my freaking code is. This is so bad. Thank God, like Black Flies isn't tuning into this or will ever see this. Ugh. Unbelievable. But anyways, so it got me to thinking. I was like, okay, I have these Black Flies. I definitely want to pop them on here, tell you the story, which I'll get into in a second. And I want to find, because I have that shoot. It was for their catalog, and it was a really cool catalog because the way it was designed, it was just really rad. I couldn't find it. I know it's here in this garage somewhere. Oh my gosh, where is my little ad? Or maybe this one's it. Shelly. It's just plain old Shelly, that code. Okay, here we go. No. No. All right, well, the music changed. I accidentally. Okay. Are you getting ready for the summer? Don't you want to look fly? Go to flies.com to find a shade that suits your vibe. Flies.com. Use the code Shelly. Save yourself a couple bucks. I botched it again! I botched it again. Look, bitch, go to flies.com. Use the code Shelly. Save yourself some money. I freaking love black flies. This isn't going to be a botch because this is me just being me for reals. I love black flies. Like, I've been wearing them forever. And I just love them so much. And they're really good quality. Like, the ones that I have, I wear them all the time. I drop them all the time. And they don't break. They're really great. They have so many different styles. Like, whatever kind of style you like, you're probably going to find there. Like, that's the thing. And made in SoCal, you know, like I said, I think I was 19, 20 years old when I did the Flies catalog. And it was so cool because it opened up my whole world to this whole, like, conventions and brands. Which, fast forward to today, that's why I enjoy doing that kind of stuff, because I've always been doing it, always been around it. You know, I was one of those girls back in the day, you know, that always be a promo model at the car shows or different conventions or whatever. So for Black Flies, not only did they land me my first like high paying modeling gig, but I also got to do the promo modeling for them, and that opened up my world. And at that time, I wasn't a drinker, I wasn't a smoker, so I was exposed to this whole lifestyle that ended up being my lifestyle, which is so crazy. Just like it took later on in life for me to, I guess, feel ready for it, I guess, or that it was for me. But anyway, so working with Black Flies just really opened my horizons in so many ways. I started being around celebrities, so that was interesting, and just learning how to just market yourself, because Black Flies primarily works with extreme sports types of people, like skateboarders, snowboarders, um, you know, things like that. So I saw how these athletes would get sponsorships and things like that. So it's just so crazy at a young age, really, like, just like how life just aligns you, you know. I knew I wanted to be a wrestler. To be honest with you, I knew I was going to be in WWF one day. So I was in WWE, whatever, same difference, right? So I just knew. So it was like for my path to be around Black Flies and connect with them. That's why I always put them over, but not just because I swear to you, they're really good. And like, come on, this is so cute. When I first opened it, I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I saw that Chihuahua that looked like Minnie, I was done. I was like, that is the bomb. I have to do many shoots for them with these glasses this summer. And one of them, let's be honest, all of them have to have Minnie in it. I have to find Minnie some little glasses. But anyways, I was trying to find that catalog and I couldn't find it, but I found one of my books here. Now, this one is a combination of artwork and stuff that I've shot from my site, shellymartinez.com, back in the day, and some print work. So this Fun Times, that was for my Secret Society version 1.0. And then I used to work with this photographer, Chris Amoruso, and Here's some really cool shots that he got of me. And if you guys remember, I used to valet a group called Reality Check. So this was a photo I did. I added it to my book here. Because, you know, back in the day, you used to have a modeling book to get some work here in town. This is another Chris Amoruso. You guys have probably seen some of these photos. I did this. I had some catalog work that I did for this product, and they told me that if I wanted to, I could bring extra outfits to have stuff for my portfolio that wasn't with their product. So I had this, which looks like a LAX dress, but what that really is that is Hernandez. It was one of his tank tops, and I made it into a dress. And then this was from the same day here. And then this, remember I talked about the Rainbow Bar and Grill last time? This is at the Rainbow, a photo I took in there. And it was around Halloween time, so it was perfect. I missed that outfit. Oh God, I wish I still had that outfit. And for the longest time, I always carried my fangs in my purse. My fangs and a recorder. A recorder? Yes, you know the kind you play, a little flute recorder? I have them on hand at all times. You know why? You never know. You never know. And this day, good thing I had my fangs when I went to the Rainbow that day because I was able to take this cute photo. And then this was for my site around Halloween time. I thought Danielle and I did a Pinocchio, and she was I did Pinocchio and she was Snow White. And I threw my things on, of course. And then this was this black cherry thing I did a long time ago, MySpace days. If you guys remember, that used to be my profile photo. And yeah, that's when I first met Tony Macias, a photographer I worked with so much. And then this is a photo that Brian Zombie, my friend, took of me. I'm wearing Annie Social, for those of you who know Annie Social, female wrestler, her shirt there. And now we're getting into ShellyMartinez.com. If you know, you know. Is Champagne Ken in the room? Champagne Ken, if you're in the room, raise your hand. But I used to have ShellyMartinez.com. That was my first secret society before I had a secret society. I just called them my fun time gang. Some of you may have remembered. So this is a shot I did at a smoke shop. They let me do a shoot there. And then you know this gal, Angel Williams. One time she came into town, she hung out, we took some photos, we worked each other, we did a lot of stuff while she was here, and she shot with me for my site. How cute do we look, by the way? That's so cute, with our hair being so opposite, the same but different. And so now here, hold on a second. And then this is for West Coast Choppers. I did their catalog. And then this was in a cannabis magazine. They did a thing on me and my sprinkles. And this is a Scott Blair artwork. And now this is one of my favorite things I've done. I don't know where the rest of these, it's probably in my other book. I gotta find it. But this was a catalog for this like pin-up-y kind of clothing line back in the day, and it was called Space Cowgirl. And because I did a lot of pin-up modeling back in the day, a lot of times on set they would have Space Cowgirl outfits, and they were so cute. They're not in business anymore, which is so freaking sad. And this was their catalog. How cute is this? They made it like a total men's magazine from like the 50s. Like, look at how cute that is. And that was before I went to WWE. So they knew I was wanting to be a wrestler, training to be a wrestler. So they knew that they had to use me in this thing. Shout out, one of the things, being Mexican, being a model that grew up here in SoCal, one of my goals was to be in Lowrider magazine. I was in it many times. This was when I was in their calendar. And my natural boobs. These are my natural boobs as well. And then I was in a centerfold type of thing. There. And then I was in this pinup magazine called Barracuda magazine. I don't know where the rest of the, oh, I have a Barracuda somewhere. So next time we hang out, I'll get it out and I'll show you the other photos in there. But here's the cover. You've probably seen that. And then this was shot by my friend Brian Zombie, and it was for my High Spots shoot video. And then, of course, we know this couple here. And then, you know, most of you guys are familiar with that. Another Chris Amoruso special. I love this one. And then this was one of my favorite things I ever did. This was when I shot with the real Munsters car. There's the guy who built it is George Barris. George Barris not only did the Munsters car, but he did like the Batmobile and so many famous movies and television kind of cars. He had a shop and was at North Hollywood, and that's where we shot this. What's so crazy is the photographer that shot for this was Garage Magazine was somebody I worked with a ton. He's the one that did the photos for the Space Cowgirl. I worked with him so much. So when this opportunity came up with the Munsters car to be featured in Garage Magazine, I wanted to be the model, and he was like, I'm sorry, Shelly, I've used you so much lately. Like, I have to use somebody else. And so at the time, I had a 9-to-5 job at General Electric, and I was a data entry girl. Shout out to Joey Gallo, my boss, and Janice, my homegirl that worked with me there. And I remember he called me, and so I was working out in San Bernardino County at the time. So San Bernardino County is like an hour or more out of LA. So I get the call from David Perry, and he's like, look, the model can't do it. Can you get here? So I asked my homegirl Janice, can you cover for me? Yes. Asked my homeboy, who was my boss, Joe, he said it was fine. So I literally drove from work over to North Hollywood to do this shoot. And do the shoot, and then drove back home. Drove back to work and then finished my shift. So I told David Perry, I told you I was supposed to do this shoot. I was the girl for the Munsters shoot. And so, thank you very much. Thank you very much. He did design the Batmobile. Look him up. And then here's the centerfold, which I thought was really cool. I'd love to recreate these. The shop's still there. Oh, where's the other? There's more. There was more. You guys might have seen it where I have the little wolf doll that is Eddie Munsters. It was a really cute thing, but anyway. And so there. And then, of course, you guys remember this photo. Now, this is deep. This photo, I'm going to take it out. Let's so you could see the whole thing with hopefully not too much shine. Now I shot this for ShellyMartinez.com content. So here I am in a really cute outfit, by the way. Got my things on, feeling like there's less stress going on. Well, there's Batista in this TV. My friend Michael Mondragon did these photos for me. Now, I told him we were looking for places to shoot, just kind of like winging it, and we saw this broken TV in this alley, and I said, oh my God, what if I sit on top of it like I'm going crazy, and then you put Batista in there? Because this was short, like, let's see, this was in like maybe like this was shortly after I left TNA. I'm not quite sure where, like the when, but it was before or right after I left TNA. And after I left TNA, that's when I realized how much that whole firing really affected me, and that TNA, and I've said this before and I'll always say this because it's just so true. TNA for me, even though it was so awesome as far as my character went, and I wish I could have done more, but whatever, it was like my rebound. WWE was my first love, and TNA was my rebound. So it's like rebounds don't last. Rebounds, you tend to go a little crazy and have some fun because you're hurt. And you want to make your ex jealous. So that was me, but I didn't realize it when I was like doing it, you know? So if you knew me and you're watching this, like if we shared a locker room at that time and I was a douchebag, like I hope you don't hold that to me because I was going through a really rough time. Doesn't mean it makes it right, but it's like I think about the poor decisions I made while I was in TNA behind the scenes. It's not so great, but whatever. Anyway, so during all that mess, this photo, and I just thought, like when I had forgotten about it, and I thought, dude, that is deep. That is such a cool. Now, don't be talking crap about Batista. It's fine. I'm not mad at him. It's fine. But it's a moment, dude. It's a freaking moment. And here it is. I got it. And I love it. All because I was looking for that catalog and I completely forgot about that photo. Completely. And I'm glad I came upon it today. So if you're old school, been with me, you know I used to be obsessed with Eli Roth. I'm an idiot. I was young. So I used to be creepy to Eli Roth online, hoping he would pay attention to me. I was, as the kids say, thirsty. So I did this photo. Eli. I wonder if you ever saw it. It's a cool photo, right? I should do more shoots like that. And then here's another cool Scott Blair. More cool Scott Blair. More cool Scott Blair. This one was from another Brian Zombie, which is cool. And then this is just a shot. I really love this. I want to recreate this photo right here because if you don't know, now you know. I've talked about it a lot, but sometimes people don't pay attention or they didn't catch it when I spoke about it wherever, whether it was on a podcast or on here. But one of my passions in pro wrestling is actually being a referee. I love doing it. It goes back to when I first started wrestling. The likes of Rick Knox and Patrick Hernandez really showed me the importance of a referee. There's times in matches where I really used the referee and it saved the match. So there you have it. So, and I've been a referee and I've loved it many times. So this sexy number in the library, and I'm your referee. So there's that. And then, of course, you guys probably seen this one before, which is really cute. I love this too. Another Brian Zombie Spectacular. And my favorite is I ended it with this bad boy. My Save Wrestling, my friend Gary Lee. Hold on. Bringing back Save Wrestling. See, Gary Lee's so awesome. He deserves all those. So, Save Wrestling is definitely coming back. I have to just start going through all the content that I have. Let's see here. Let's go with funk. No, you know what? Let's go with tiki. Let's go with tiki vibes. So I wanted the whole thing because my whole feeling towards my wrestling career and wrestling in general is a love. Like I put so much of myself into wrestling. That's why I bitch, moan, and complained about all my grievances for so long because it freaking sucked. It wasn't just something I was like, oh, okay, like I guess I won't do it anymore. No, dude. I put like my entire being, and I was just talking about this last night. I put parts of me that I didn't even know existed into wrestling. Like, you have no idea. A different day we'll get deep about it. But so when I compare it to being like your first love, like it's all those emotions, dude. So when I came up with my Save Wrestling thing many moons ago, I had this idea. First of all, Gary Lee was doing a lot of this macho man character at different wrestling events at the time. And so I was like, I need to get him. We need to shoot this. My friend Amanda helped us out. Shout out to Amanda. And I wrestled in Chicago, and that's where he's at. And after the show, it was so late. We went to this like gated community, and out front they had this beautiful waterfall that like said whatever the community was. And Gary and I went out there, me half naked, him like that, and the photographer took this photo. We got in trouble. But that's the story behind this awesome photo, dude. And this photo, it deserves it. So I wanted it to look like a romance love story, and I had to use him as the guy that's supposed to be like the Fabio or whatever. And so here's the funniest part. Okay, so this has been tucked away. Look how ugly. So that's where it ended, but then I found this. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I was reading it. I still have no idea what this is, but I'm going to read it to you guys right now. This is a good song to read it. First of all, it's cut off. He wants a real wrestling match with Shelly Martinez, who kicked his ass so hard last time only because she had all those bitches jump me and soften me up before we fought. Roll the clip. I'm going to edit together a highlight reel this weekend. I have no idea what this is. It's so crazy. Wait, this time Techno has a bodyguard with him. His robot bodyguard, Haywire, who was going to act as referee for the match to make sure there's no beatdown gang this time. But Haywire calls it straight every time. Techno takes Shelly to the ropes and is poised to have his way. Haywire breaks it up. Technico gets super pissed and screams and yells at Haywire, who hangs his head and acts sad until the audience goes, "Aww." Shelly! It's in all caps. Jumps Techno and does some awesome, devastating move on him, which he sells like crazy until he recovers. Now madder than ever he attacks Shelly, and again, just as he gets her where he wants her, the robot breaks it up and repeats the cycle again. Just before Shelly's final move, the robot snaps and beats up Techno for real. Dawn and Mary Medusa join in for a few lumps. Shelly does her spectacular crowd pop finish. What the hell was that? It's not a custom. And then I think to myself, my friend Jen Thomas has live events, and there's times where I beat up this guy Techno, and he's from Guar, if you guys are familiar with all that. But I don't remember no robot. And who's Mary Medusa? I don't know, dude. This is so strange to me, and I have a really good memory. Like, when I don't remember things, either it's because I blocked them out or I was disassociating myself from whatever situation at the time, or it's really weird because I usually remember stuff. Like, I'm that gal who people are like, how do you remember that? Robot bodyguard? It sounds awesome, right? This robot bodyguard, haywire. Maybe I read it too monotone. Let's reset. Okay, we're gonna reset here. How now, brown cow, unique, New York, go. He wants a real wrestling match with Shelly Martinez, who kicked his ass so hard last time, only because she had all those bitches jump me and soften me up before we fought. Roll the clip. This time, Techno has a bodyguard with him. His robot bodyguard, Haywire, who's going to act as a referee for the match to make sure there's no beatdown gang this time. But Haywire calls it straight every time. Techno takes Shelly to the ropes and is poised to have his way. Haywire breaks it up. Techno gets super pissed and screams and yells at Haywire, who hangs his head and acts sad until the audience goes, "Aww." Do I have that? Do I have an aw? No. Dang it. That would have been awesome. Shelly jumps Techno and does the same awesome, devastating move on him, which he sells like crazy until he recovers. And now, madder than ever, he attacks Shelly. And again, just as he gets her right where he wants her, the robot breaks it up and repeats the cycle again. Just before Shelly's final move, the robot snaps and beats up Techno for real. Dawn and Mary Medusa join in for a few lumps. Shelly does her spectacular crowd-popping finish. That's how it went that night. Thank you. Like, I don't know. It's so strange to me. I hope it comes to me. I don't know. I'm wondering. I just don't know. Anyways, how are you guys doing out there? Reading your comments. I appreciate all the support about my wrestling career. Thank you. Which photo are you asking if I'm going to post on the IG? I showed you quite a few, and I'm just now reading your thing there. Yep, Angelina Love herself. I have done a shoot in the Harley Quinn, and it was the full body one though. Danielle and I fell in love with Harley Quinn when we were little. She was really little, and we were watching after school the Batman's cartoons on the Warner Brothers channel. Remember the WB? Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my rectum. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys love Spaceballs out there? You've got Spaceballs fans out there? Please, you have to put in here if you're a Spaceballs fan. So I am going to let Twitter in on a little action here. All right, so if you're watching this on Twitter, you missed a whole bunch because I started at 10 and it's now 10:56, and we've been hanging out, having a good time. I was sharing some cool modeling photos from back in the Disney brothers, sisters, and a whole bunch more. So you got to go check out the replay. You can see the replay on twitch.com/Shelly from Kelly, or you can go to youtube.com/Shelly Martinez channel. too lazy, I don't remember all that, no problem at all. If you're on my Twitter, just go to the link in my bio and click on there, and everything's nicely organized. Or go to shellymartinez.net. It has everything you want and more. Be there or be square. That's what I say to you people on Twitter. You're being a little square because you weren't being there earlier, but you're here now, so thanks for joining. And I will not be able to see your comments. I can only see comments from Twitch people and from YouTube people. So if you want me to see your comment before I hang up on you, then you better get on one of those two. All right. Favorite wrestler. Like before I was a wrestler, or life after wrestling? Because there's a big difference. My spectacular finish, I'm thinking it might be my shell shock, which is a inverted quesadora into a face plant, I guess you would say. So I would usually hit the ropes, jump on the person so I'm facing them, so they're, hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's gotta be on YouTube. I had two finishers actually. The other one was a STO. Oh, come on. Dang it. You know what? I'm gonna have to get organized about it. I'm gonna have to get organized about it. Figure it out. But so yeah, I used to call it the FTS. So I have them by the neck, kick my leg forward, and then they'd go backwards. So that was my FTS, fun time Shelly. And then my shell shock again. I'd hit the ropes, they'd hook me here, we'd go down. So that's why it's like an inverted quesadora. And then when they pop up, I give them a face plant, and then they come down on my knees. So it's like a face plant down, if that makes sense. So I'll try to remember to look those up and see if I can find them and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that was my finisher. Minnesota. Okie dokie. Just reading some interesting comments right here. Okie dokie. I think that's my cue to head on out. But thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, if you're on Twitter, you really missed a whole bunch. So head on over to either my YouTube channel or to my Twitch. There's an instant replay right there for you. And later on today, I will definitely put it up on shellymartinez.net. I've been lagging. I'm putting the archives up there. So it's been a lot. And yay, you guys, today I'm finally going to get that AC up over there. And it's going to be awesome. Now the challenge will be, is it going to make too much noise when I'm trying to record? We shall see. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had some fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. There's so much more I was going to share with you and get to, but there's always next time, right? I'm not quite sure when I'm going to go live next, but just pay attention. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Adios.